that too. Man. We got you covered there. Yeah, I seen. So it's okay. You know, so what they say, one monkey don't stop no show. We will get it right. Trust me. You are. I still got to check.
All right. We want to welcome everybody to the 2025 Off the Top Sports 2025 Essex County preview, high school football preview show. We want to thank everybody that's tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You know, like, share, and follow the Sand Sports Multimedia Network page. And we got a nice show for y'all tonight. For the people that have been following Off the Top Sports, we've been covering high school for the past, like 4 or 5 years on our show. And we always do the preview show right before the season, right before week 0. And it's been a success. So we are doing something different this year. We usually go virtually, right, Dan? Virtually, and have everybody, we'll send a link to the coaches and players just to tune in. But this year we are at a location where we are gathering all the coaches and players up to meet up. And all right, we at Center Court right here, located at Montclair 14 Depot Square. Beautiful location, training facility. Wednesday was my first time in here, and I was just in awe with what's going on in here. Shout out to my guy DM, man, for hooking this up for me, man. My partner, he's been working with us for like the past 3 years with the high school football scene, man, and it has been a great addition to what we do at Off the Top Sports Radio. For the people that don't know about Off the Top Sports Radio, we've been in existence for almost 9 years. We're going on 9 years in existence. We are located in Newark, New Jersey. Right off of Harsley Street, 17 Academy Street. A little bit about us, like I said, we started in 2016. We pretty much was talking about more like pro sports and college sports. But like I said, 45 years ago, I talked to my partner, B, who can't make it tonight, be the analyst. And I'm like, we need to start focusing on the athletes in our area. And he was like, yeah, you're right. So we started going deep into the high school scene, and you know, started a couple, like 3 years ago, we started giving out the Player of the Week award. You know, sponsored by Clarity Sports. My brother Jeff sponsored that award every week, and you know, we started getting a buzz around that. You know, giving out the Player of the Week award, Essex County Player of the Week award, because once they went to the Super Football Conference, which we love, because Super Football Conference brought back the games, the tradition games that we wanted to see, the county games that we wanted to see. So that's what we love about it. But, you know, as far as media-wise, they kind of went away from, you know, doing the Essex County teams, the Essex County rankings, and all that good stuff. So that's the feel we're trying to bring back with Off the Top Sports, you know. One of the things I always tell the kids when I go to the schools and present the award, when I was in high school and I was playing football, I look forward, you know, grabbing the newspaper, Star Ledger, to see what Mike Kenny wrote about our team on a Friday right before game day. On Tuesday, we used to look forward for the top 10 rankings. I think on Monday, he announced the Player of the Week award. So we used to look forward for that. Back then, the newspaper was 25 to 35 cents back then. It was very affordable. I think it's like $3 now, $2 now. But, and now the kids can't, you got to subscribe to see that on Star Legend. I ain't poo-pooing Star Legend, but you got to subscribe to see that. So we giving all that free access on our page, on Off the Top Sports page. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff. And that's how we've been, you know, going ever since, man. Doing the Player of the Week. Then a couple of years ago, we started doing our own top 10 list, where we have a panel where we do the rankings every week, and we started getting a big buzz behind that. So this is what we're trying to do. Like I said, bring that Essex County feel back again. Like I said, man, today is the preview show where we're gonna interview a lot of coaches. Some players will be here, and and once again, I want to thank Center Courts for hosting us, having us here. We appreciate y'all, and yeah, man, tell us a little bit more about Center Court.
Again, welcome to Center Court. This facility, Center Court Club of Sports, this is one of our, let me get your mic. This don't work. So this is one of our 6 facilities that we have in the state of New Jersey. We have one in Gillette, one in Mount Olive. We have one in Lawrenceville. We have one in, Marlboro. We have a tennis court facility in Florham Park. And let's see, what's the next facility we have? In Gillette. I think that's all 6. But obviously what we have is a full indoor turf facility. In Morristown, we have an ice hockey rink in that one, and also a paddle, what's that? New sport that they're dealing with right now. It's like paddle ball. So we have all of these things that happen inside our facilities. What we're doing right now in Center Court with the high school football, pro football, and Little League football is we're trying to give those guys somewhere to come, train, improve themselves, work on their game. So soon you'll see more of what you see at the football academy here from Center Court. And I'm pretty much going to be working with Coach Man Singh. Coach Mr. Matt Rizzuto is going to also spearhead this whole program. Matt Warner is one of the guys here at Montclair that's going to have everything set up for us to come in. So again, I want everybody to just make sure you stay tuned. Follow my network. Follow the Center Court network. We have a lot of things for high school athletes, like I said, youth athletes, and as well as college athletes just come to help themselves improve their game day by day. We have coming up in September 7th, we're going to do our active recovery program here in Montclair. The facility location in Montclair is 14 Depot Square in Montclair, New Jersey. We're going to be having, active recovery for those guys that's going to be in high school. We're going to have probably a rigorous game on Friday night or on Saturday. You can just come in on Sunday morning. We're going to pretty much have a program where you could pretty much get stretched out, work on some yoga, get a little bit of muscle blood flowing with the muscle movement stuff. And that's going to be for that. And then for our youth, on Monday, we got Monday Night Football. Dads don't have to worry about missing their part of the game. We have 4 TVs in the building, so you won't be able to miss no part of the Monday Night Football, but your kids will still get better. And that's going to happen every Monday, starting the Monday after Labor Day. So be in tune, again, for what we have going on here at Center Court. It's a very, very beautiful brand. Like I said, it's state-of-the-art turf, state-of-the-art lighting, climate control building, so it doesn't matter whether it's raining, snowing, whatever, we still going to be able to get after it here. But I want to thank everybody for coming in. I want my coaches, again, y'all come in, sit down on the benches if you want, relax, rest your feet. You guys must be a lot younger than me because I can't stand up that long. So, but and what I want to also do, June, is we're going to bring these coaches up first. Let's talk to them and value their time for sacrificing to come out here and do the live show. Then if anybody calls in on you, like I said, with this, we can kind of bring them in. All right, so let's just make sure we get that going. Again, thank you again, fellas. Again, there's a lot going on. Week 0 is kicking off. My first week 0, I'm not too excited because I ain't got a coach, so it's all good. Y'all gonna give me a lot of places to go. And again, like I said, anything that I can do to help you guys' programs improve, just let me know. Like I said, DM is here for the whole Essex County pretty much. But John, what you thinking about doing right now? You want to bring a coach up? Yeah. Okay, hey man, listen, it's your show, not mine. I'm just hanging out.
All right, I was just having a nice conversation with this coach right here, man. We was talking baseball just a few minutes ago. Let me, Bloomfield head coach Michael Carter, just come join us right here. Oh yeah. All right. Mike, come over, Mike. All right. Once again, we want to welcome Coach Mike Carter, Bloomfield head coach, joining us on this evening. We appreciate you. I know it's last minute. Oh, don't worry about the light. That's the joint light. The joint light. Once again, appreciate you for coming through tonight. I know it's last minute. Contact you last night, and You showed up. Appreciate you again. Last year, you improved a lot. Bloomfield definitely improved a lot. Ended with a 5-4 record. From the past couple of years where, it was a
The year before we were 5-5. The year before 5-4. Last year we were 3-7.
So definitely a vast improvement. So just give us a assumption where what we gonna be looking forward this year for, like who the key players you looking forward to step up this year for the team, so y'all can make that run for that playoffs.
Yeah, we are. We got a nice group of kids coming back in. It's they made a decision right from the end of last season that we were coming in, and the work ethic has been really good. Whether the kids were in other sports or they weren't in other sports, they're in the weight room with us, and got a chance to go to a camp this summer, which was really good. And they're coming on. We got a really good group of leaders. Our 3 captains are Jeremy Tejada, our quarterback, Tyler Frantantoni, one of our two-way linemen, and Shane Fernandez, who was another two-way lineman. We have a nice group of kids coming in. We have a very good tight end, Makai Wilson. We got Mike Mickens, who's coming in for his 3rd year as a safety, started for us as a freshman. We have quite a few, got some good linemen coming back, and we're very hopeful on being very competitive this coming season.
Right. Him? Yeah. Tyler. Let's talk about Tyler, who actually made one of our teams last year, Essex County teams last year on OffTheTopSports. You just mentioned him. I know he's going to be one of your leaders. You're going to be definitely expecting to look forward for to step up this year. Just give us a little bit about
Tyler. It's just like his brother was. His brother's Trevor is competing for the quarterback job up at Montclair State now. Okay. One of the best families Bloomfield has put out. They are very committed and dedicated to the town of Bloomfield and the sports program. Tyler's going to be a 2-sport captain. He's going to be a football and wrestling captain. As actually, all 3 of these guys will be multiple sport captains. Jeremy will be a two-time track captain. Shane will also be a track captain. But the Frantantonis and Tyler is just a really great kid as far as work ethic. He's a very good leader. He takes the young kids out and helps them, talks to them all the time. And he's the one guy, like if we're having trouble with somebody or might be younger, not knowing the assignments, he'll just grab the kid and do this, and this. And we're just super happy to have a kid like that.
Coach, I know you've been in the game for a while, so with this new era of kids, I guess, coming about, like, how does it, and then also with the new era of recruiting, how you handling that? With getting kids recruited to the next level, whichever level it is, every level matters. So, I know, like I said, there's a time where you probably used to do it one way, you probably have to adjust, right?
Yeah, I think everybody here will agree with you. The one thing you have to do now is you got to recruit your own building constantly. Year round, whether it's for getting kids to play multiple sports or getting kids to stay put, whatever. And the other thing with the college recruiting, it's a little, I think a lot of guys would agree. I think your true blue chip guys that are no brainers, I think those guys are still getting heavily recruited. It's the kids that want to play on a different level right now that you really got to be active and get out there and get people to notice and people to see, and whether that means bringing them to summer camps or whatever the case may be. But it's this with all this the money being out there in the collegiate level, it's a different world right now.
So I see your opening game. You opened up against North Central.
Yep.
Last year was a hard-fought battle, 27-15 was the final score. So, and this time it will be at your place, right?
Yeah.
At your place this time. So, what are you doing? No, we ain't giving no game plans.
No, I mean we're excited. It's a very, very, very good team. They had a great year last year. Coach does a great job over there, And we know we got to bring our A game. We want to be able to get out there and compete.
All right. Any? Yeah. Okay. All right. Coach Carter, man, appreciate you for coming through. Like I said,
No problem.
you know,
Appreciate it being
I
invited.
see you're a Yankee fan, so I know we're talking baseball. I know it's a struggle this weekend right now. Hopefully tonight they can come through and get one out of this.
Yes, that's one of those two got to win.
Once again, we want to thank you again, man.
Yeah.
Coach.
Hey, just like to wish the rest of these guys the best of luck this year. Be
right.
healthy, be safe.
All right, thank you. Clap it up. Oh, okay. All right, now I'm good now. All right. So once again, appreciate you, Coach Carter, for coming through Bloomfield. All right. Once again, want to thank everybody that's tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, IG. Like, share, comment. I know there's a lot of people watching right now, so definitely comment. Also, we want to thank our sponsors too. I'm gonna continue thanking the sponsors because without them, would be no show. So. Some of y'all was eating a pizza, Master Pizza, who also sponsors us. Want to thank them. Both locations, West Orange location and Livingston location. DM Football, shout out to DM. They're sponsoring us past 4 years. So appreciate you again. Sand Sports Multimedia Network, where this show is broadcasting live right now at. Shout out to my guy BJ and everything that he do for us. Clarity. Can't forget my brother Jeff. Always doing good things, and also sponsor our Player of the Week award. And this year, shout out to our other sponsor, one of our new sponsors, Perfect Mix. They'll be sponsoring the Coach of the Week award. So we are moving on up, right? So we do Player of the Week, but now we moving on up, and now they'll be sponsoring our Coaches of the Week award. So every week we'll be giving our award to a coach every week. So we'll be looking forward for that. So, all right. So next, I want to call up guy from the O. I pretty much know that I know this guy very well. Went to school with this guy, coached with him on the sideline for many years with this guy, man. And I'm happy he's the guy at the helm now at Orange High School. At this time, I want to call up Orange High School head coach, Akil Bukard, man. All right. Oh, they played to come up too. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, play it here. All right. Once again, we want to thank Coach Akil Bukard, head coach of Orange High School, joining us. And what's your name? Raymond McW. Okay. Thanks for joining us. McDuffie. Thanks for joining us tonight. All right. Coach Kill. Well, I'm gonna call you by your nickname. Like I said, I know you're the new head coach at the helm, man. Just got the job a month ago, but hey, we got to get it going, right? No stopping. So just, tell people about your path being the head coach, where, the years coaching, your coaching history and all that good stuff.
All right, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate you, Coach Joe at DM, for having me. I'm Orange born native, I played football for Orange under Coach Randy Daniels. I went to college, I played at Rutgers with under Greg Schiano. I started coaching under Coach Randy Daniels when I came back home from college. Really didn't want to coach right away because after you go to school and play football and stuff, you come home, you want to relax, but he dragged me in to start coaching with him. So I started off there for about 10 years. And then I went over with Coach William Wagner at Passaic High School. He was the head coach over there, also Orange High School native. And I coached there for a few years. And then I got the head coaching job at North Academy for the last 2 years.
That's a good run you would have had there. Might have to bring Willie down if Willie ain't doing nothing, right? He only free on Saturdays, don't worry about it.
So, but you know, with the situation, obviously, you just got the job. It's gonna be an uphill battle, I would say. Like, right, what are some of the things that you know you would think you're gonna have to do? You know, how are you introducing yourself to the programs of the kids? And I know it's only been what, a week, maybe right now. 3 weeks in. So, like, you know, what are some of the things that you have done over the 3 weeks that you think are gonna help you in the long run?
The first things I have to do is keep the kids that want to stay there here. You know, I had a lot of kids leave, you know, understanding them. I wish them best of luck wherever they go. But I need the kids that wanted to buy into to Orange and to the coach, you know, to the new coach. And like I said, Coach Red did a hell of a job. I'm not going to duck and say, I don't know Coach Red. We graduated high school together. That's like my brother. I'm put that out there. But, you know, they wanted to go in a different direction, and I'm here. So, but the last couple of weeks, you know, it was very difficult because a lot of kids was leaving. So you don't know who was staying, who was leaving. But I think now that it died down a little bit, some of the kids try to understand my philosophy, understanding what I'm trying to bring and what my coach is trying to bring, is settled down. And I think hopefully we prepare for this week, our first home opener against Voorhees. You know, but again, I have to really try to tell the kids what I'm trying to bring, how I'm going to support them, how I'm going to help them get better, you know, fundamentals on and off the court, cause not the court, but the field, on and off the field, because that's very important. You know, a lot of times our kids do very successful on the field, but don't go nowhere, you know. But my job as an educator, I've been an educator for 18 years, to help the kids know academics is first, you're a student first. I don't care what you do on the field, you're not going to go nowhere. And a lot of kids from Orange, the last couple of years, have been very successful in the field and really didn't go anywhere. So my job is to make sure that they focus on the academics first and then do what they got to do on the field. But building a culture for me under Coach McCarr was the thing I had to do these last couple of weeks.
So now the thoughts of when you was with Randy McDaniel, I mean, we went to wars a couple of times at Shabazz. So, you know, I know what Orange is looking for. They're looking for that tornado type of feel, you know, those contrast hunter type of guys flying through the area, you know. Oh, man, but what do you, what's the question I'm trying to think about, man? The kids, how they responding, you know, to what you got going on right now. I mean, again, the names I just mentioned, I get it, those like old Orange legends right now, man. Call it with yourself. So how are they responding to the way that you're giving them?
So right now, you know, to be a good head coach, you got to have a good staff. And first, I have to build a staff. Everybody that I brought back is a Orange High School graduate, played for Orange High School, played at the O. So, you know, I got like Naqui Hawkins, he just graduated from Virginia Tech 2 years ago. So I'm bringing him back. Carlos Hawkins, his father, he been there. I'm bringing him back. A lot of people that coach under Randy Daniels. See, you make me call him McDaniels. You messed up my head coach name, man. Randy Daniels. You know, a lot of everybody that coaches for me played for Coach Daniels. So they know what it's like. So I don't got to teach them what it is to play a tornado. They already know. So with that, you know, when they come up there with that same energy that I have, understanding the same mindset that I have, I don't got to say anything else. They know, they follow me. Kids already follow. So that's one thing I'm bringing. Every single person on my staff played for Orange High School. So I think that for me, that's a big thing, showing how it's about the community. You know, not saying nobody else that didn't go to Orange High School can't coach football, but for me, for me, I want people that's from the city, that been places. You know, so I got Nasir Givens, who also, you know, played at Pace University. He just graduated 3 years ago. So I got some from old to young on my staff. Also, I'm bringing Coach Widener back. You know, he got some good experience as a head coach, you know, to help us out as well, too.
All right, let me talk to the young fella right here with Duffy, man. How you doing, man? All right, couple questions, right? Tell me how the feel is in there with Coach Kill. You know, I know, like he said, he's been on the job for 3 weeks now, but just tell me how the vibe is in there now. You know, that is a change there, and what you doing. You know, because you're junior, and I know it's a very young team this year. You know, graduated 15, I believe 15 seniors last year, and you're looking upon to be one of the leaders. So just tell me how the vibe is in the locker room and all that good stuff.
What I can say about, you know, the vibe is that it's very good. You know, coach came in, you know, it was a lot of people leaving, you know, a lot of my people that I played with, I practiced with, they left, you know, but I stayed, decided to give it a chance, and I found out, you know, coach really just want to see us succeed. Feel me? He came back to the O, you know, he's coaching, it's good coaching, you know, he's breaking it down to the point where we can understand. So I really I rock with that, and he's giving everybody a fair shot. No favoritism. Everybody, if you're good, you want to put in the work, you can play. So that's been the vibe coaching. Now, for me, me playing, on the line, the coaching staff that he brought in for the line is also very good. And, I appreciate how they take their time with every player, and, to develop them. Like everybody, like I said, everybody getting a fair shot.
All right, Coach Kill, let's talk about this schedule. Like you just said, you're playing this Thursday. You're not waiting week one like some of these teams. You're going right at it against Voorhees at home. What are you doing? I know, like you said, you just got the job 3 weeks ago, but what are you doing to get the kids prepared to go to war this Thursday?
So, again, the X's and O's is there, but I just want the kids to just fly around and be aggressive. It don't matter who we play, we're just going to play hard. Whatever the end results is, the end results is. But I just want my team just to play hard, and fight till the end. That's what I did under Coach Randy Daniels. That's what I did as a player, and that's what my team is going to be. We don't care who we play. We're just going to fight. We coming. We're not going to be lying down and feeling sorry for ourselves, because I know none of these coaches that we play this year give a damn that I got the job 2 weeks ago. So with that being said, I gotta get ready. They don't care. I see Central over there. They coming. He laughing. He not gonna feel sorry for me. He gonna try and put up much points as he can, which he's supposed to do as a coach. I get that. Come on. So, but for here, for us, we just gotta get ready and play hard.
I see what up, Central. Everybody that's watching on Facebook or YouTube right now, we got the schedule right behind us. We just talked about Voorhees, and the focus is week 0. We don't really worry about the other guys that's on the schedule, but the game's got to be played. So and it's a nice schedule. Right? You got Irvington, then back-to-back home games, which I think as a head coach you want to be at home first, right? Before we go hit the road, then Columbia and Lincoln. Or these are like I don't know how you. I know how you feel. These are games, winnable games. You win, right?
Every game is winnable. I don't, again, you never know. Any given Sunday, right? You play to win the game. I'm not going to say I'm going to lose to this team, I'm going to lose to that team. You'll never hear that come out of my mouth. Every person or every team that we play, we got a chance to win. You got to believe that as a coach, and you got to believe that as a player. So, yes, every game on our schedule is winnable.
All right. You were just talking about the coaching staff. I think definitely one of the things, if you want to succeed in the high school level, is to have some great guys around you. What was it like when you did get the job, and your thoughts about getting the coaches around, like you just mentioned, the Naquis and the Nasir Givens, the young coaches. You do need the young guys, and he mentioned it's definitely helping out. So what was your thoughts, putting that staff together?
So again, just like playing for Orange and coaching Orange, understand, I played football 20 years ago. So, they want to hear athletes who just came out of school, that just been there, because stuff changed. So I knew I needed some young bulls, I call them, on my staff, but I also needed some veteran coaches that know how to do this, know how to put things together. Again, just being the head coach, that don't mean you know everything. Some stuff I may miss that I didn't think about. That's why I got a coach like Coach Wilder, who got head coaching experience, that also nags me every night. Don't forget this, don't forget that, don't forget that. As much as it's annoying, I need that, because you may forget. I got other coaches like Coach Los. He's good at helping with the recruiting. I heard you talk to the other coach about recruiting. I remember, he goes on the recruiting journeys with some of our kids when he was there. He took them to all these schools. So that's one thing Coach Carlos is going to do for us, get these kids some exposure, not just these local colleges all over the country. So again, I'm bringing back, one of the greatest quarterbacks in Orange High School history, Bree Jones, to work with our quarterbacks. I think that's right. Showtime Jones, he's coming back. So for me, I was very strategic on bringing my staff together. I wanted coaches that play there, that understand there, and I wanted good men too, good character men. I want coaches that have good role models and good character and stuff like that. Because when you're dealing with kids, it's about character. It ain't about all this showboating and all this stuff. I ain't about all that. I'm an educator first, so I'm trying to help and develop these kids be better men. you know, and football helped me get to where I'm at today. So hopefully they can help them get to where they're at and even further than I got. So that's when I decided to develop a coaching staff is people that understand kids are kids and try to grow and mold and develop kids.
All right, Coach Kidd, man, we don't want to keep you that long, man. We appreciate you. He's not only a coach, y'all. He's also a principal. You could also call him Dr. Akil Bukar. Appreciate my guy, man. We appreciate you. Appreciate you, Mustafa. I'll be definitely following you this year. And I want to thank y'all for coming up, man. Once again, thank you. All right, that is Orange High School, man. Give him a hand, y'all, real quick, man. Tornadoes, man. That coaching, man. They about to bring that tornado back, man. For sure, for sure. All right. Once again, we want to thank everybody that's tuning on Facebook, YouTube, IG. Once again, like, share, and follow, man. If you on the live feed right now, send it to your friends, your family, your school that you're representing, and all that good stuff. All right. All right. As we move along, man, we got West Side in the building. It's West Side. We got West Side in the building. You definitely come up and join us real quick. We got Coach Najee Carter in the building. We appreciate you coming through. All right. Coach London couldn't make it tonight, so you know, some of the head coaches couldn't make it tonight, so they brought some of the assistants out here to represent the school. So once again, we want to welcome Westside, and who the young athlete I have the honor of speaking to.
My name is Demi Adenuga. I play running back for Westside and outside linebacker.
You look like a running back too, man. Look like you ready to took that ball and shit. All right. Once again, Najee, Coach Carter, man. Well, thank you for coming tonight, man. Appreciate you. I know it's a little last minute, but definitely for coming through, man. Appreciate you. All right, let's talk about the season. That's what we're here for. Let's talk about the season, man, and what's on the rise for Westside, the Rough Riders, man, this year.
First and foremost, I want to appreciate the invitation. You understand what I'm saying? Anything I could do to support Off the Top Sports Radio, the best radio show in the nation. And of course, my man, I come from the DM Bridge. You understand what I'm saying? So champions building champions. So first things first, DM is one of the best in the business, if not the best to ever do it. So, lets you know you're at the right place. As far as the season go, we got a young team, man. We're going to depend heavily on the running game. We got a good freshman class coming in. We got a lot of good running backs coming in. He's the starting back, but he's got two backs under him that's pushing him. Like, yeah, I need that. So, we're going to depend heavily on the running game. Defense looks good. Ron was coaching the offense. He switched over. He's now coaching the defense. You know what I mean? So now we got Coach Oz he's going to run the offense. I'm his assistant. I'm under him. That's how we doing it right now. It looks really good. It looks really good. We had a really good camp against Shabazz. We went to camp with Shabazz. Shabazz looked good. They gave us work. We gave them work. I think they didn't know we was good as we are, but that's cool because that's how everybody play. You understand what I'm saying? So under the radar, you know what I mean? So it's a couple of teams. We asked for East Orange this year. We play EO week 3. Yeah, I get to go back home. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I get to go back home. Yeah. They just came off the championship. Yeah, you want the smoke. I mean, they grew 5, we grew 3, but we still won it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, when our coaching staff, half of our guys is from East Orange, but the other half is from North. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, with Ron being the head coach, he like, yo, set up when we go play East Orange. I'm like, Ron, you want that smoke? They coming off a championship. You know what I mean? I'm like, you want the smoke? But Ron is a competitor. You understand what I'm saying? So we got that competitive energy. We got that competitive pedigree. So, we lined it up. So it just so happened they was ready week 3. We're going to have to go see them week 3. We got, who else? Oh, we got Weekway too. Weekway had a good season last year. They did pretty good. But, gotta set it up. You understand what I'm saying? You guys see them again. But the overall season, like, you look pretty good. I mean, you gotta win first games first. We got Columbia week 1. Yeah, so you know what I mean, we're gonna focus on that. You understand what I'm saying? So day by day, week by week. Week 1, we got Columbia. They look, we should win. We should win. Oh, say it again.
We are.
Yeah.
But you know, I understand why you have to take on the challenge of obviously East Orange and obviously WEEQUAHIC, because with this alignment right now, Westside is Group 3 or Group 4 right now. Westside's Group 3. So obviously, you know, with that, you got to change a lot of things of how you schedule. Right? That's what that is. Just in case anybody from the outside looking in, you know, they want to know why would you take that challenge? You have to in this world nowadays. Got to step up and take on some bigger teams and stuff like that. How does that help with your game planning though? So obviously, you know, some of those teams have like more kids than you. So now obviously you got to get your kids ready to compete against those guys. Maybe you got some guys going both ways, like I heard the gentleman over there say. So like how's that practice structured so you can make that happen?
We go by, you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Yeah, that's how we do it. But most of our guys go both ways. Most of our starters go both ways. You understand what I'm saying? So well conditioned. We got our guys running the hills every day, 48 minutes. Conditioning is everything. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when you playing, like you said, bigger schools. You know what I mean? Bigger schools, more players. They got more rotations. We rotating the same guys. They probably got 2-3 lines of rotation. You understand what I'm saying? So even when we went to, like I said, you know, we went to camp with CEDAR, they had a rotation of guys. You understand what I'm saying? And we're like, yo, like, our guys getting tired, but we're not tapping out. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, so you putting a fight in them. You understand? Because they're going to do the same thing we're going to do. Because, you know, they're lining up against West Orange week 1, another Group 5. So, you know, you got to know how to make it work. So that's what it is, just more conditioning, just making sure that guys is drinking, eating the right things, doing stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Say your name again, young fella.
Demi Adenuga.
I love that shit. So my question is, you playing running back and linebacker, right? Who would you compare your game to, whether in college or the NFL? Like, who can I go on TV right now and say, that's him, that's the future you?
So basically, I say like Jahmyr Gibbs, you feel me? Like, I say I'm explosive, I'm a little shifty too, like, I ain't really know, bro. Like, I just been working on my craft, trying to get my body to move more, cause I'm a little stiff, but not too stiff. Like, I had an injury with my ankle a minute ago, so that probably limited my abilities to move more, but he's my running back coach, so he's been getting me right. Like he said, running hills, doing everything, trying to loosen up my body, get me to move, and, you know, score touchdowns.
All right. So you said you open up with Columbia. You know, and last year looking at the record, it was 3-6. You know, started off slow. I believe y'all lost the first 5 games, but yeah. It was and y'all finished off strong. Almost had a shot to even make the playoffs. If y'all would have won that last game against Immaculata. Make the playoffs. So my question to you, how y'all looking this year to avoid the start off slow and, you know, and pick up from how y'all ended the season?
Yeah, you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. You know what I mean? When you look at the schedule, like I said, we start off with Columbia, then we got Hoboken, we play East Orange week 3, then we got Snyder, WEEQUAHIC, Lincoln, Barringer, Parsippany, and then and we finish up with Immaculatus. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a real winnable schedule. Like Coach said, we going in every game. Every game is a winnable game. You understand what I'm saying? You never know. Like, one player get hurt, one injury, one wrong play. You never know. You understand what I'm saying? Guys might get suspended, might not be suspended the first 3 games. There's so many things going on. You don't know how the cookie gonna crumble. You understand what I'm saying? But you just gotta put your best foot forward that week. You know what I mean? So as far as that go, I mean, we're gonna just build off on the success that we had last year. And we gotta start out strong. You understand what I'm saying? We start out strong, and then you win 6 games, you get in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might get in there with 4 or 5. I mean, depending on the strength of the schedule. Depending on so depending on that strength of schedule, you can get in there. So my thing is like, yo, just win take one game at a time, one game at a time. We start off fast, and we can get in there. So that's how I look at it. But yeah, we're going to heavily depend on running the ball. We got some guys coming back, man. We got some guys because last year we were senior heavy. This year we got what, 2 seniors this year? So everybody else, yeah, good for a little while. Like these next 2 years, right? So we're gonna be good for a while. We got Omar Singleton. He made the all county team last year at safety. He plays safety and receiver. Like I said, we got a lot of guys coming back, man. We got a lot of guys coming back. I like a lot of the freshmen, honestly, man. Like we got a lot of guys coming back, but I like the freshman class coming in. Like I said, we got a guy named Prince Smith coming in. He plays wide receiver, corner, and outside linebacker and running back. We got Prince Will. He plays safety and running back. Yeah, both of them named Prince Will and Prince Smith. We got Omar Singleton. I shout out Omar already. We got Shifty. He's from what's Shifty real name? Quayon Perry. Who else? We got another Perry. What's the other Perry first name? Yamil Perry. We got a couple of good guys. Jay Reese. So it's a lot of good guys coming back. Yeah, we just gotta get to the games and pull up. I mean, so yeah. Oh,
everybody's school here represented need to have their alumni in the building somehow.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt real quick. Just like Coach McCall said, you need to have an alumni there to understand the feel of what it's like. Like I know my brothers over here at East Orange, they understand what it's like to be there, the pride of what it was when you was there, like you spoke on, Coach. So we gotta make sure, and I'm just making this like a public service announcement for everybody that's tuned in, like you said, on all of these networks. Don't just sit on the network. Come out. Tickets ain't but $2-3, please. It ain't gonna hurt you. You go to Marlowe's right afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But just come out and show support, man. There's a lot of good talent here in our county, and I just want people to really start taking some pride in it. All right.
Not only that, and it make a difference, man. Like that energy when you come out to them games and then you see all the alumni there, it's the row of the game. You know what I mean? People don't know how important that is and how big it is, but we really need that support.
Yeah, man. So you definitely need that culture. You definitely need that alumni and all them guys there to back the young athletes up for sure. So Westside, man, appreciate y'all for coming through. We definitely will be following y'all, be at the games. You my brother, so I'll definitely be at the games for sure. I'm definitely gonna be paying attention to you. You come here with the cold killer look. You ready to go, man. So I'm definitely gonna be following you, man, for sure, man. Hopefully we'll be bringing the award to Westside for Player of the Week, for sure. So Coach Carter and what's your name again? Demi, I'm gonna call you Demi. All right. Demi, appreciate y'all for coming through and give it up for Westside Rough Riders now. DM, leave my cords alone, man. Man. All right, man. We want to thank everybody that's tuning in. A lot of people on Instagram right now. Be the analyst, my co-host, definitely tuning in. And it's an awesome show. So appreciate you, my guy, for tuning in. Once again, we on Facebook, on YouTube, and IG. So share the live. Definitely share the live. We definitely want to let people know what we got going on, because a lot of people don't know about Off the Top Sports, but we just getting it out there. Like I said, the past 4 years, we've been focusing on high school, and it just picking up and year by year, it's just picking up. And you see, we're doing a live show right here at Center Court, located in Montclair, 14 Depot Square. This is a great facility. If you get a chance, just come by here during the week and check it out. My guy DM, now he's not coaching anymore. Never seen this guy smile so much. He's here during the week, so definitely come check it out. It's definitely a nice place to check out. All right, who we calling up next? Who we calling up next? Who on? Yeah, yo pick. Huh? Oh, the Indians up? Okay, man. RP Nation. Let's get up here, RP Nation. And look, one of my favorite linemen in the county is coming to sit next to me. Mike, what's going on? Man, Coach, what's going on, Coach? Appreciate y'all for coming through. Definitely, man. We definitely had the support from the RP Nation, for the years coming through there. It's like every year we coming and giving out awards. One of the players, ain't like we miss a year giving out the awards. Shady, to name a few, and those guys, man. So once again, appreciate y'all for coming through. Look, man, what's going on down there, man? What's going on? What we looking like this year for the We Wear Indians, man? What is it looking like? Who? Mike? Introduce yourself, Michael.
How y'all doing? My name is Michael Rubin. I play nose guard, defensive tackle for WEEQUAHIC High School. We looking pretty good. Really happy to play this week. We opened up with Mountain Lakes. Me personally, we not losing. Only got one thing on my mind this year. This is my senior year, so I'm going out with 14-0, just like that. Nothing less. Simple.
Man, I had the opportunity to meet this fella. Was career day. We talked. I came there last year, the men's day at WEEQUAHIC, and we was talking football in our class, and we was talking about the first team, second team. Like, man, I should have been on first team. Like, and I'm like, yo, you come back next year. Let's prove it, right? So there was a lot of football guys in there too, man. So it was a great conversation with these guys, man. So this got me in business. So I definitely see it already. Coach, man, there's a lot of guys out here down there in WEEQUAHIC, man. I had the opportunity to talk to a couple of the players, and they say, man, it's a competition at every spot, from the quarterback to special team. It's competition. So just tell me how it is at practice right now, leading up to week 0 game against Mountain Lakes, and how it's been going this summer.
Well, just like any other good program at the next level, at the high school level, even Pop 1, you always want those guys in the room that's always going to challenge each other to be the best version of themselves. And right now we have a good amount of those guys who's actually challenging each other to be the best version of themselves, and that's on the field and off the field. Every day we just come in there competing, and I'm talking about in the weight room, I'm talking about in film, I'm talking about even sprints and just practice itself. You need those guys who's going to push each other. Last year we had like a low senior class, and I feel like your seniors is the captain of your ship. If the seniors is on point, it just trickles down. Then your juniors going to follow, then your sophomores and freshmen. And once you instill that tradition and that culture into your freshmen, by the time your freshmen and seniors, they going to be the next guys in charge, leading the legacy. And that's something that I came from playing in this program. So that's all we instill into our guys. And then that's what we take him going into this week, playing Mountain Lakes. This will be our 5th time, I believe, playing them. Never played them at home. So they got to come to the TP this year. So it's definitely going to be a good show.
So like you said, you had your junior year, it's a little subpar. Then you finished with a bang. So I'm guessing that's the same thing we're trying to get with Rube, right? So now the question I want to ask you is like, what are y'all doing in the off season or even during the summertime? What are y'all did to prepare that? I know mentally did the kids lock in to show you something different, or was it just kind of the coach had to push the kid a little more so that way they could show that they need to be different?
Well, to start off, it was a little, coming off the season that we had, taking that loss to Old Japan, it kind of starts off a little slow. A couple guys, who was those juniors and sophomores who was contributing, kind of felt the way. They want to lax now. We would call it your bag, but you got to get out of that. You got to get out your bag. You got to learn how to face that head on. You got to take that energy and use it as fuel. And like he said, you know, guys talk about how we got, you know, a good amount of guys in the room. You know, just having those guys trying to gel and get those guys to buy into what we got, as far as like how we run the program and how we do certain things. You know, it takes a minute to gel, but goddamn, when it gel, it's going to gel, and that's exactly what's happening.
The Indian pride is real, huh? Yeah, that IP, as they say. And it's got to be so real because I'm trying to figure out whether the season is good or bad. How are you guys so successful against the Bads? Whether they have a good championship season or an average season? Big Rube, man, answer that question for me.
Hey man, when we play Shabazz, man, we just take it way personal, man. That's a traditional game, man. Me personally, when we play them, bro, I stand on business, 10 toes down, and my team follow me right behind me. And that's how we gonna come this year, man. We ain't losing, never again to them, man. That's how we rocking.
Am I mistaken? Second generation Indian, third generation, really? And like that, how many? Third, right. Yeah, so you got to stand on business. You might get beat up, you get home, you lose that game. Man. But nah, like again, like I said, I'm just proud of what I'm seeing. Obviously, young fellas leading on the young troops right there and stepping up as a senior, taking that ownership, man. By doing that, you're going to see a difference in your young guys. They can't mess up your last ride. That's what you're going to tell them, you know what I mean? CJ, how are we getting these guys, or actually, I know you hang around me enough, so you probably going to answer this question about me knowing it. What's the plan to get these guys to have a plan after high school?
Well, with us, with the help of Coach Tremolo, you know, being the guidance counselor in our building, you know, just showing our kids that there's other opportunities besides playing ball. Like, not everybody gonna go D1, not everybody gonna go D2, not everybody gonna go D3. But we got some kids who went to trade school. You know, we got some kids who just went to school, you know, with a good education. You know, might not be playing football no more, but that diploma in the next 4 years is going to speak more volumes than the stats that he held when he was a freshman, or the accolades that he held when he went All-American and stuff like that. Not saying that All-American doesn't mean anything, because that speaks volumes, but a diploma from a university like a Montclair speaks volumes. You know, they have a high program, you know, as far as nursing and as far as different business communication programs. So, you know, that's something that we try to, you know, instill in our guys. It's not just about football. We got guys in our program who are full-blown cops at a point in time, you know, retired cops. So, and then we also have guys who do other things like work in New York, work in different businesses and corporate lives, and still and feels like that. So just trying to show them that it's more than just football out here, that you could be other things besides a NFL player or a ball player, you know. So
you have to be a successful man. Yeah. That's the number one goal that we want everybody to understand, that regardless of when you're playing, after you're playing, you got to be a successful man. At the end of the day, June, here you go.
Got a couple of questions. I got a question in the chat, right? So it was a top 10 list that was put out a couple of weeks ago, right? And my co-host B, the analyst, asking, he's in the chat saying, how do they feel about being snubbed in the top 10 county rankings? You know, we ain't do our top 10 county rankings. We're gonna do preseason and Off the Top Sports, but it was a ranking that came out a couple of weeks ago, and it was a lot of debate. It's Dallas. It's guys sleeping on y'all. I'm gonna ask you, Mike. How do you feel about it?
Me personally, I didn't really care that much. So I feel like this year we're gonna show the world, show everybody that we got it. Like I told you, we're going 14-0. Any means possible. We're not losing nothing. So we want to show the world what we could do.
Yo, he ain't just count the regular season schedule. He counting all the way to the group championships. All right, I like that. Right now on the screen, we're showing y'all schedule right now. We just talked about Mountain Lakes. Y'all open up. You know, that is the focus. You know, week 0. You know, we want to start off on the right foot. But you know, there's other games on the schedule that definitely look exciting. At week 1, Cedar Grove. You know. Especially the season they came coming back from, you know, undefeated season. So, you know, you get right to it. Then you got a couple of, you know, West Side mentioned, you got y'all on the schedule. Then, of course, the Soul Bowl, where you know that's the game, the game. You know, so is there any other? I know it's Coach. I know it's the first game. You want to look at the first game, but any other game that catch your eye on the schedule?
It's pretty much everybody up there. Like, there's no one game that I'm set for, you know. There's no one game that we're all set for. Like you said, stating that, you know, they didn't have us in the top 10. That's big. You know, you want us to react. You know, you want us to, you want to see how we're going to, you know, react to that situation, see if we're going to start posting stuff and coming. Nah, it's fine. You know, y'all going to see last year. That's fine. The year before we did it. The year before after that, we did it too. So, you know, you always get a little monkey in your wrench, but it's about how you adjust to that. And this year we adjust. And this year we're going to show everybody that we adjusted. So we basically just going to see that whole list again at the end. That's it.
I can't finish this interview without mentioning Coach Logan. You know, y'all two play for him. What it's like playing for Coach Logan. You know, you played your all 4 years there. Mike, you also did. What it's like, you know, daily, you know, going to practice, playing for Coach Logan. Y'all smiling. Tell me what's the, you know.
Hey man, it's great, man. He push you a lot, bro. He just wants the best for you. He wants you to be successful. He just wants you to keep going, even outside of football. Like, he just wants you to be great in life. Don't make no wrong decisions. Just keep going. Just be something in life.
All right. So that's pretty much it, man. I want to thank y'all once again, Mike. I definitely will be following you, Coach CJ. Friend of the show, came up a couple of times. What, Soul Bowl, right? He came up before the Soul Bowl and backed it up too. He backed it up, DM. He done right. So appreciate y'all fellas. Definitely will be following y'all this year. And thank you, man. All right. Give it up for Weekway, man. High school, IP Nation is in the building. You said what? Oh, okay. So next pick, man. DM next pick is Glen Ridge. Oh man, Glen Ridge. Yes.
That's for my people too.
Oh man. Thank you, Coach Strand and Zach, for joining us tonight. I had the opportunity to meet you last year when I came to present the award. Is that right? Brad Foster, yeah. And, you know, we had a nice little conversation, man. And I'm like, I ain't never met this guy before. This is a good guy. Last year was the first time me and Strand, you know, I know the other coach. We ain't gonna mention his name. He's actually watching right now. And don't show up here. I know you live around the corner. Pat, do not show up here. I'll get security to walk you right back out. All right, Coach Stram don't want you in here. All right, that was his wishes. But you know, I came to the practice and we had a nice conversation. And I didn't know your coaching background. I didn't know you was at WEEQUAHIC for years. You know, when they was making their big runs down there. So and you know. Sat there and got to know you. I'm like, okay, man, this guy's good, man. So, you know, we exchanged numbers, and you know, when I contacted you this week, it was like, no problem, I'm there. I'm there. So, once again, man, Coach Strainer, I appreciate you coming through. Let's talk about this upcoming season. You know, last season, man. You know, when I talk to other coaches, I'm like, Glen Ridge must be the grittiest, toughest team that I ever seen. They coming in there 20, 25 strong. They ain't coming with 50 players or 40 players. They come in 20, 25 strong, and they come in to play some football. And that's what they did last year, led by this guy running back, Zach. You know, and how y'all gonna follow up this season?
First, I'd like to just say thanks, June. It was great getting to know you last night. I've known DM for a long time as well. So thanks for the coverage and what you guys do for high school sports and for all the programs, especially in Essex County. Unbelievable to sit here and see CJ up here and Big Mike, two guys I've known for a long time. I coach CJ actually at Caldwell University, and him at WEEQUAHIC is the greatest thing we did there, bringing him back in. So it's great to see that. And Coach Mark also over here coached him at WEEQUAHIC. Watching his success at Central has been unbelievable, and just so much pride right now here. As for us in Glen Ridge, I think last year, not too many people expected anything from us. There was a lot of hard work, great kids, great buy-in, great families to get the ball rolling and realize we have some pieces here. We have some guys that we could build around and make this a successful program. And we became successful because of the players and the buy-in and the hard work. You get a chance to coach a kid like Zach, last year's kids like Brad and those seniors, Jake and some other guys that you guys recognize. But it becomes easy to coach. And at 30 plus years of coaching, coming into Glen Ridge, it's like a breath of fresh air. Just coming into a place where you got guys that want to play football. And like you said, it's not a ton of them, but it's enough of them to put product on the field and work to be successful. And that's what we're going to continue to do as we keep getting different groups coming up.
Zach, question for you is, what's your goals for the season?
Yeah, so my goals, it's really my team goals. Just we want to get back to where we were last year, hopefully further, but we're going to be taking it one game at a time. We're just going for wins, sticking together, and just playing as one.
So now, obviously, that's going to take some work. So what do you guys do? Are you multiple sport athlete? Okay, multiple sports. So in your off time of doing whatever that sport is, I want you to mention that, right? What did you do to kind of get yourself physically better to be ready for this season?
Yeah, so in the winter, me, Strum, a couple of the players were in the weight room 4 days a week, just grinding it out for an hour after school. And then in the spring, I do track, so I was really just getting stronger, getting my legs stronger, getting faster, getting ready for the season that way. And then I also work out with one of our coaches at his athletic facility. It was really fun. We went with a couple guys. We would go like 3 times a week. Really good time. We just get stronger together, just get closer.
Coach, I know you love to hear that, like the guys bonding together in the offseason. That's obviously something that's going to help you get those guys to the next level. So schedule seems similar. All right, so now, one of my questions to you is, are you trying to you think you need to attack anybody any different than you did last year, or you think you would kind of go with the same game plan, just toughen the kid up? Which one you think it's going to be?
Well, first I'd like to say, before I get to that with Zach in the offseason, our kids, we're a small school. We're a true Group 1 school. Our boys have to play other sports. So some of the other programs that football can end and they get right in and it's a factory of that, it's not necessarily what you get in Glen Ridge, or all the sports wouldn't be as successful as they are. So all that extra work they put in is amazing. And they do enough for us to get ready and get started and do what we need to do. As far as the game plans go, I think myself and my coach have been around the game long enough to see, coach to the guys that you have, and then make some adjustments based on that. We have a very similar team that we had last year, but once we start seeing the film on what the other teams are doing, it's the same exact schedule, but some different coaches. Whippany Park has a new coach. So last year it was preparing for a whole bunch of motion and all that. Collegiate has a new coach. So it's going to be more about seeing what those teams are doing and then trying to put a plan in place to put our kids in the best position to succeed.
Zach, Coach just mentioned 2 guys that was a key part of last year. Brad, when you talk about Brad and Jake, guys who made first teams all over the state. How do you step in now that you're the senior guy, the leader? How do you step in as a leader to lead your team to, the promised land?
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful to just be with a great group of guys that are, they're all going to support each other, and it makes it really easy as a captain and a leader, just kind of take control of the team. And I got some great captains with me and we've been just doing a great job, just getting everybody on the same page.
tell me some other guys, that we need to look out for this year. We know, of course, you, but name some other guys that's on the team that definitely gonna make some noise.
Yeah, for sure. We got Big John Leone, number 33, Miles Adams, 17, Aiden Kelly, sophomore, he's a dog. And we just got a lot of good guys. We got too many skill guys. Trying to get them all in is gonna be rough, but Thomas Barton, Alex Bowman, 2 dogs on the line.
Name all these skill guys. You talk about the line.
Don't forget about the big boys, man. right? Don't forget about the big boys, man.
I thought I had them.
One more question, right? I was before y'all head out. Is Coach Pep really annoying? Like, is he that annoying? Like Coach James?
I mean, maybe to the coaches, it's never. I got a good relationship with Pep. I think most of the players do too. But you can definitely see that he jokes around with the coaches a lot.
All right. Glen Ridge, man, thank y'all for coming through tonight. We definitely, I'll be definitely following y'all, Zach, Coach Dram. Good luck on the season. And thank you all again, man. Give it up, man, for Glen Ridge, man. All right. Once again, we want to thank everybody that's tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, the IG. Once again, like, share, and follow to let everybody know what's going on tonight. This is, once again, the Essex County High School Preview Show. So definitely let everybody know what's going on tonight. Also, I want to shout out all our sponsors once again. DM Football, of course, for continuing to support Off the Top Sports Radio. Clarity for supporting our Player of the Week award. Master Pizza, we have some pizza in the back right now. They, sponsor our show too. So shout out to Master Pizza. Perfect Mix, who will be sponsoring our Coach of the Week award every week. So shout out to Perfect Mix. And Sand Sports Multimedia Network. I can't forget Sand Sports, man. We are broadcasting this show right now live on every different platform right now on the Sand Sports Multimedia Network. So we appreciate you, my guy BJ, for everything you do for Off the Top Sports Radio. So at this time, who we bringing up? Dan, who we bringing up? Yeah, your choice. You get 3 in a row. I get the next one. I know we got a couple of more coaches that will be coming in later on. I know some teams are getting ready for week 0. So East Orange, Shark Nation, the Sharks. Bring them up. Come on, let's go. Oh man, you good? All right. At this time, the chat is about to go off now because the Jaguars are stepping in the building, man. Shout out to East Orange, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through tonight, man. Coach Bodge, we got Big Shaw here, man, and Issa. Yes, man. Fellas, sectional champions, man. Group 5 sectional champions, man. What we looking forward this year, man? For this year, man. How y'all gonna follow up last season? After that great run, that was a great, man. Probably one of the runs that's gonna be talked about in East Orange for years. Especially that game up in Wolftown, yeah, up in the mountains where y'all closed everything out. So Coach Bodge, man, just tell us how y'all gonna follow that season up from last season.
First off, I want to thank you for having us. Big fan of the show. Just to answer your question, simply, we're looking to build on it. Our mantra for this year is unfinished business. We were very happy to have won the sectional title last year. Definitely blessed to have done that. But I think as coaches, our head coach says it, we failed them last year. We allowed them to celebrate that victory over West Orange as if it was the end of the season. And, something that our head coach says is that we want to keep playing till the state tell us, we don't have any more games for you left to play. So that's our goal this year. I heard a young man from Weequahic say 14-0. I've heard multiple people say one game at a time. So those are definitely our goals, and that's the way we're going to do it, one game at a time.
All right. Shout out to Coach Jakes too. I know he couldn't make it tonight, but definitely had the guys still come through. Appreciate Coach Jakes, man. Shy, man, what's going on, man? So a couple of weeks ago, I seen this best slamming list that came out. You know, I ain't throwing no shots at my guys over there. I love New Jersey Gridiron. Them my brothers over there, right? Them my brothers over there. We was just talking on, I think it's two days ago. We was talking about, you know, the show and everything. But they ain't have you up there. I had to hit them up like, yo, I seen this dude move a couple of jokers around last year. How are you? I know they do the whole state of New Jersey, South and North, but you gotta have my guy up there. At least honorable mention. He need to be on the list, but at least honorable mention. I know you looked at it, and I know a couple people tagged you, but how did you take that?
I took it personally because when the list came out, I was in the car with my family, and my mom showed me. She was like, "Why you not up here?" And the same thing, I was like, "I don't know. They don't trust me. They don't believe in me." So I was like, "This year, I got to show them what I'm really about."
That's right, man. Dang, you gonna more other people, huh? All right, Dio, you got that?
Question for Baja. What are some of the things that you had to do to keep these young guys hungry this year? Obviously, yeah, you didn't finish it the way you wanted to, but you did accomplish a major goal. So now, obviously, like you said, Coach Jake said, we let them down. We got to try to keep the hunger going. How do you keep that hunger going?
I mean, just constantly preaching to the kids about relief syndrome. That's something that our head coach preaches constantly. You know, especially when you have that level of success, winning a sectional championship, when you have guys who are committed to play college football like Shaheem, who's, you know, committed to play at Long Island. It's really easy for a kid like that, you know, after working, all right, I won a championship, I got my scholarship, I'm good. Let me chill out, you know what I mean? Or even a kid like Issa, although he's not a senior, he has a couple scholarships on the table. It's really easy for those kids, you know, to let their foot off the gas. So it's, you know, up to us as coaches and the men in their lives to make sure that they stay hungry and, you know, make sure they keep the main thing the main thing.
Issa, question for you. What are some of the things that you did to improve your game in the off season? I mean, last year you was solid, but I'm thinking you're gonna see a different Issa this year, right? So what are some of the things that you had to do this off season?
Honestly, I focused on working on my craft and getting stronger in the weight room. Cause like my size was a problem, but this year we're not gonna have to worry about that. We had weight room pretty much every day throughout the week. I've been working with Coach Bodge every day, before practice, after practice, even on the weekends, to work on my craft and get better as an edge rusher.
Sure, same thing.
I've been working over the off season with Mookie, coach over there on the side. He was helping me get my kick set right, my power step, everything right. So when this season come in, nobody can beat me off the edge, inside, anything.
I'm gonna also chip in there and give you know, DM his just due. This facility that we're sitting in right now, center court. I'm sure that it's going to be a huge benefit to us going forward this year. Both of these young men spent a large amount of the time here, both myself and Coach Mook, you know, taking time to get them up here to work with some of the trainers that you had available here. I definitely think that's going to be beneficial for us coming up.
Appreciate that. Alex Hanks, another young man that was coming in often. What do you think you guys think we need to do more of here at center court to make sure that you guys are better and more prepared for the next level?
To me, I feel like y'all do everything right here. Because y'all was hitting on every single point I need to work on from last year and everything I didn't even know about.
Yeah, honestly, I feel the same way.
All right, so I got the schedule posted up right here, right behind us. You know, we are open up week 1. Y'all don't play week 0. You have Livingston. A Livingston team, you know, they could be tricky at times, you know. Last year, actually the first game they had the lead right for a little bit in that first game, but second half y'all turned up on them. And I know they're bringing a couple players back from last year's team. So what's the preparation like this year, Coach Bob, to get ready for a team like Livingston? You know that they're gonna give you their all, and so.
Yeah, so definitely playing Livingston last year, definitely a lot closer game than we prepared for, that a lot of people might have expected. I'd like to attribute a lot of that to our defensive coordinator coming on so late in the year. We transitioned to a new defensive coordinator pretty late in the year, and that, you know, we started off the game. That was the one game that we played in that previous defense. And in the remainder of the season, we, you know, switched to our current defense, and, you know, that's the defense that we've gotten accustomed to. Our players, it's now their second year in the scheme, so, you know, they should be able to play a lot faster than they did last year.
So, fellas, y'all last year y'all was more, I think, if I want to say more run dominant team, you know, especially with Saeed Cole at quarterback, or is that what it's going to look like? The offense going to look like this year, more run dominant? I see y'all throwing the ball in the scrimmages this year. The young man at quarterback, what's exactly? Yeah. So, what's the look like this year? Is it going to be a more run attack like last year, or is it going to be balanced?
To me, I want it to be both, more like balanced, run, pass, anything.
I mean, honestly, we're pretty efficient at both. We got dogs, running backs, wide receivers, so honestly, it's going to be 50-50.
All right. Yeah. So you say you needed to work on your size? What are you tall as shit? All right. East Orange, man, Jaguars, man, Shark Nation, appreciate y'all for coming through tonight, man. Look, I will be following y'all. You know, y'all definitely show love to Off the Top Sports Radio. Definitely the schedule. You got some good games up there. I see my alumni up there. We'll definitely be in the building. Kill, I need that one. If any other game on this schedule, I need that one. But yeah, definitely be following y'all this year, man. Once again, appreciate Coach Jakes for having y'all coming through tonight. And yeah, man, appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Give it up for East Orange Jaguars, man. All right. Like I said, man, we want to thank everybody that's tuning in right now on Facebook, IG, Twitch. I believe we are live on and all that good stuff. We also want to thank Center Court for hosting us, man. DM, you know, came up with the idea about, you know, usually, like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, we usually do this show virtually, and you will just send the links out, and whoever comes shows up, they shows up. But you know, my guy right here, DM, pitched the idea to me. I'm like, hey, I have this spot right here. You could do the show here. Let's get all the coaches together. Also, shout out to my guy DM, who have a great show called DM Coaches Corner that is taking off right now. DM, I don't know if you want to talk more about it a little bit, but DM Coaches Corner. Are we gonna do it during it?
Say this, mic work.
Yeah.
The DM Coach's Corner is, I really don't like this mic. The DM Coach's Corner is a really good segment. I'm treating it like more of a men's health and women's health type of thing. What we do is we just come together about every 2 weeks. We talk about a bunch of topics. It's recorded, but what happens obviously is the recording don't get put out unless I get your approval. But what I really wanted to do is I just wanted to educate some parents, wanted to talk to some coaches from other places, because obviously whether you're in the championship program or you got to start it all over, Kill, you want to try to figure out how to sharpen that sword. So I felt like, you know, a lot of the guys, we check the ego at the door. We just talk. We talk about stuff that might be happening at WEEQUAHIC that's not happening at Glen Ridge, how we can kind of make it work type of thing. And so that's what we've kind of been doing. And yeah, it's moving pretty well. You know, I feel like a lot of the people, especially the moms, shout out to them, they felt like, you know, it was very therapeutic.
A lot of people thought that they was dealing with stuff that they sells, and they really not. You know, you think it's just you and your kid. It's really everybody and their kid. So, you know, and I think the same thing was with the coaches when we had our 2 type of fellowships. You know, it's just like, hey, what can we do to improve our programs in our local areas? You know, and it's basically one of the things everybody kept saying was like, we got to fence our area. You know, so I make sure I want everybody to understand that, you know, fence EO, Glen Ridge, fence EO, North, y'all got to find a way to put a fence in everybody's spot. I don't know. But if you could fence your area, like you were saying, Kill Lane, you'll be able to grow something, you know. My other suggestion would be like hang out with some Little League programs. I know Jackie Robinson had a matchup, I think, yesterday. So obviously after y'all scrimmage, probably should have went to that. Montclair had a scrimmage today. I stopped by that. And I can tell you guys, even from the guys that's known me for a long time, that's where I got a lot of my success from as a coach, was just hanging around Little League programs, being a part of a Little League program, right? To understand what those kids need, what those coaches need. And so again, that's why I invite them out to the coaches' corner as well. So that way we kind of kill that, you know, you over me type of syndrome. We're all on the same type of page. But you know, that's it. And obviously, as you can see, I don't know if the guys on our feed can see, this is just a little bit of work that we do here at Center Court. So again, the DM Coaches Academy, that's Issa right there with the red shirt on right there. I think we had a shot a few minutes ago on there. We train kids from 8 all the way until, you know, even some of our guys that's in college came back and done some work. Ironically, I have the same shirt on. It's clean, y'all. Word is one. But it's just one of those things where I wanted to set something up where I was close to home. Essex County is my home. And I wanted to make sure that our guys didn't have to go too far to get trained. That's part of fencing the area, right? So now we only got 1 private school in our area, which is Seton Hall Prep. Well, if we keep all our guys right in Essex County training right here, we don't have to worry about them going to another county training and get taken by another program, right? I'm not saying that those kids aren't in this gym too, but I'm letting them know that we don't have to take our kids out to other gyms to be great. They could be great right next to them where they live. Again, this is in Montclair. It's literally 5 minutes from pretty much every program that's represented here, you know, and you got a good guy in Don Massey who has talked the talk and walked the walk with a lot of young individuals. So you can really trust in what I'm building here. It's going to be something really fabulous. I want everybody to be a part of it, and no one has to, and I mean absolutely no one has to worry about somebody coming in and speaking to your kid in a manner where he's not going to come back home. That's what I wanted to build. I wanted to build somewhere where your kid come here, train here, and go back to your program, okay? That's pretty much it, like I said, with that. But, and then, oh, man, in June, I'm going to get his mic, we'll go back forward, get Mark in December and in April, we will have our 3rd annual college showcase. Well, I will be bringing, and that's what that video is right there popping off. That's why I just see it. I will be bringing in Division I coaches, Division II coaches, Division III coaches right here. Okay, so again, this is going to be the one-stop shop for the county. Just in case you can't get to some college camps, I know that's tough. Traveling and paying for that stuff, that can be tough. But this year we had Monmouth here, Villanova was here, Rhode Island was here, Albright was here, Alvernia was here. Man, we had maybe about 4 or 5 more college programs that was here that was represented. So I just want kids to understand that if you need to succeed, you want football to be your engine, then again, fill up with DM. You fill up with DM, man, your car gonna fly for a while. You fill up with something else, and you know that water might not work. So just want everybody to understand that. But hey, next up, let's bring Central on. And I like that we're doing good on time. Again, I respect everybody's time for coming out here. If you want more, please eat plenty. We're gonna bring in Mark Ingram, all right, and my man Big Will from North Central. All right, they had a heck of a season last year. I know Mark is definitely looking to improve that with some fine athletes that he's got over there. You know, Mark, we talk about culture building all the time. Thank you for pulling up to the Coach's Corner as well, you know, to speak on that culture building. But, you know, right now with these athletes that you got, getting ready for week 0, Bloomfield was just here with Coach Carter. He's been coaching for a long time. Obviously, the first week is the one you want to get brick by brick. Going into like finishing last season, losing a kid like Jocelyn. You got to find new leaders. Like, how did you go about that? Did you already have that program set where the next guy up knew he was the next guy up?
Next guy up, like, that's what we preach. So losing them 14 seniors hurt. Like, and going into this season, we knew leadership was a big factor and played. But a kid like Andrew, I wanted to get him the week off after losing to Mount Olive in the playoffs. And certain guys stepped up and was like, nah, we're going straight to the weight room. So that right there let me know who was going to be leaders of the team coming up for this season.
Andrew, now you had some good guys in front of you, right? My question to you is, what did you learn from them and what are you doing to be a leader for that program?
What I learned from them is no matter how good we're doing, we still got to push. We can't be comfortable. And what I try to teach my guys, return as an all group for a tackle, I still try to stay humble. I teach them what I know, and I know I still have a lot to learn.
I want to applaud you for I went to one of the practices, fellas, and any of the other players, if you not doing this, I would like y'all to do this. The guys was running sprints, call them intervals, running around in circles. Andrew, seeing some of the guys coming in, coming in last, slacking a little bit. He made sure he went around, he finished this one, then went back to get some of them other guys. Because it's just hard. Everybody don't get to that spot where you are, pretty much at the top of your game or even close enough to it. So I wanted to let you know that I saw that. That was a good characteristic. Stay humble. Stay normal like that. That's gonna be a good trait for you, bro. Like, you're gonna go far in life with that one. John, you got some questions?
All right, Coach Mark, man. A couple of years ago when we started doing the preview show, I believe it was your second year at the helm, at Central, and you were just talking about how, it was a young team and you were trying to improve, and year by year, I had seen the improvement, year by year. Last year making the playoffs last year, and what's this year? What's the goals this year? You got a lot of good young athletes over there. One kid that stands out, Deshaun Gurman. So just tell me, what's the goals this year? Because every year, when you came on the show, you told us, this is the goal this year, and I think every year we've seen the improvement on the team every year. So what is the goals this year?
So the goal this year is to definitely win a conference championship and be the first team ever to win a playoff game at Central High School, which never been done, right? So we tell kids every day, we ask them at the end of practice, did we win the day? And if we didn't, we know we lost that day, right? So starting off with Bloomfield, we just want to go 1-0. That's it, and then focus on Snyder after that. But right now, our only focus is Bloomfield right now.
Andrew, one of the guys I made as a junior, made one of our first teams and second team. What is your goal this year? I know now you're one of the leaders on the team now. Guys like Josh said is not there. What is your goals this year? And your DM just pointed out too, that is leadership right there. What you just, finish your sprints and finish it out. So what are your goals and how you want to lead this team to bigger and better things this year?
One of my first goals, I would love to see CEDAR go back in the conference chip. And playoffs too, I would love to see Mount Olive again. I try to keep pushing my guys. I see a lot of them slacking, and I know they could do better. I know you got all this talent. You feel like you could slack, but now you gotta keep pushing. There's always somebody watching. You don't know who's watching. Stay humble.
All right, you talk about some of these players, right? Tell me a player that, we ain't really hear about, that the county should be on notice about. Tell me one player.
I want to shout out Jair Granberry. This is his first year back. He's coming off of 2 ACL injuries, but he's been working hard. I see him every day. He's becoming a leader as a junior, working hard, pushing his teammates, and I see a very good season coming from him this year.
Okay, so I'll definitely be following up, looking forward to man. All right. We just went over the schedule. I know everybody focuses the first game, right? But and you just mentioned some of the games that you want to look forward to. Coach, what game you looking forward to? I know you, like I said, the focus. I know you about to go home and watch more tape on Bloomfield, but any other game that catch your eye this year?
Not really, just Bloomfield. I'll be happy that after this year I don't have to play Glen Ridge no more. Shout out to Coach Strummerlow. That's my mentor. I talk to him basically every day, so it'd be hard not talking to him for like a week or two prior to us playing them. But other than that, it's really just Bloomfield. That's it. Like I'm really not looking forward to no specific game.
Coach Shane, can I call you every day? Because everybody, CJ just came up here and told me, I'm going to start calling you every day too. But yeah, okay. So definitely, man. Like I said, this year, you say it's to make it to win the first playoff game this year in school history. So definitely be looking forward to that. Any more questions? Okay. So no Central, man. Definitely appreciate you, Mark. You know how we rock. You definitely on the friends of the show. Definitely. Andrew, be looking forward, man. I need you to make that team again. Okay, so definitely be looking out for y'all. I'm definitely be pulling up to the games, and hopefully I'll be coming to the practice. I think every year I've been to the practice already to award a player. 2 or 3 years. The first 2 weeks was player of the week from North Central. Yeah, we had to cut them all. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we come give you an award, coach, for coach of the week. We're doing that this year, so definitely we appreciate y'all for coming through, and thank you, man. North Central, everybody.
I'll open the floor to the coaches that's here. I don't see too many comments on here, so that's cool. Man, let's see. Questions. What do the coaches here think? And I know it's probably interesting. If you have a question you want to answer, come up here. But what do the coaches think that the state need to do about that alignment? Do you think they got the alignment right by kind of having certain schools out of the normal groups they were in? Or, do you think that they got it wrong? And maybe they probably should have put guys, maybe not 2 groups up, but 1 group up. I think I probably only got maybe 2, 3. You got into that too, right? Yeah, it's about 3 teams here. So like my question to you guys again is like, do you think they got it right? You think that WEEQUAHIC should be a 3, and I think you guys are at 4s, I think right now, right? Do you think they got that right? Do you think that could have kind of been a little more lenient with that? I mean, Strum, I know you good with it. They can take their ass out of here. Same thing, right? Get them out of here.
I can only talk about Central. I think they got it wrong with us, moving us up 2 groups when 95% of my kids goes to Central High School. Probably Andrew is my only starter that don't goes to Central High School, where he goes to Bard. So I think if 95% of your kids goes to your school, you shouldn't move up 2 groups.
You want to talk about it? You good on
Yeah, man, I think they got it wrong, bro. They got it wrong, bro.
Because Westside was a group 2.
Was group 2, yeah.
So now you jumped up to group 4 now.
No, I think they moved us to I think they just moved us up 1 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to remember, like, it's different. Newark is different. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm from East Orange. We got 1 school, 1 everything. But when I came down to coach in Newark, it's like, yo, you got 50,000 million schools. You got West Side, you got Newark, you had East Side before they dismantled the program last year. You got WEEQUAHIC, Central, Shabazz. It's so many different schools, bro. So it's like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? It don't add up. It don't make too much sense. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to say like the other programs have it gives them a bigger advantage, but it kind of does because they got multiple kids. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, in Newark, everybody's, you got to pick. You're picking this one, you're picking that one, you're picking this one. You understand what I'm saying? We can't control what school the kids go to, rather it's North Star, Bard, science, Payne Tech, all these, we can't control that. You understand what I'm saying? So fortunately for us, we only went up one, but unfortunately for guys like Mark, they jumped him up too. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if they jumped ship ass up. But week they jumped up too. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, that's tough. You know what I mean? Like,
I can understand jumping up one group because there is a benefit. Like my guys with the one towns, you will understand that. It is a benefit to be, it's not a benefit to have a school like Shabazz and Weequahic in Group 1. I do understand that. But I don't understand how it's a good thing to move, like you said, Weequahic to a Group 3 or Central to a Group 4.
Yeah, that's tough.
They might have been good, but it wasn't that good. You know what I mean? Like the way we talked about when I was talking to Coach from Orange, just with the number of kids, when you don't have enough kids. I think I was saying that to you too.
Yeah, same thing.
When you don't have enough kids, and now you got guys that's going both ways. And because I'm in the city where some guys are better than others, I got to move up two groups. Like, it's not cool. And then the same thing like what Mark just said, 95% of my guys are in my school. So I shouldn't have to go up nowhere.
Right.
So, I mean, I believe a change should have happened. So I agree with the change. I just think that the change should have just been everybody moves up one group, play football. That's what it should have been. Instead of trying to penalize or punish a program, we'll move up one. I get it.
Right.
We have a benefit. But now here's the other flip side. To a program like Barrington and Eastside that was once there, who couldn't compete in the Group 5.
Right.
They should have been awarded the opportunity to move down.
Yeah.
Because you can't just punish the winners and let the losers continue to die. So that's one of the things that I definitely wanted to ask. Somebody asked a question on here. If y'all want to answer, if anybody else want to come on, we can answer it. And then Maj will bring you in after this. What do you define success for your program? I don't know. Some people might think, I guess, what Mr. Harper's trying to say here. You got some guys that will say, winning the championship is success. I heard Mark say, the conference is a success. I think East Orange spoke about trying to win the whole thing also a week. Like, is it all wins and losses is a success? What do you guys define? And give me three things. I ain't gonna make it one thing. So give me three things of what you would define as a successful season.
So for me, and I'll speak for Westside, successful season is one, having a winning record, two, making the playoffs, and then three, sending the kids off to college, man. We got, if anybody knows anything about Ron Lee is super huge and big on that. He probably send the most kids to college that I know of. You understand what I'm saying? Like, rather it's D1, D2, D3, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're super big on sending kids for college. You know what I mean? So that, to me, speaks for, a successful season. Because you're not going to win a state championship every year. You're not going to make the playoffs every year. You got to go through a rebuilding sooner or later. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, that's a successful season.
Anybody? Anybody else? Got three? No? Nobody? Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to do it too. If anybody else, yeah, come on, CJ. Again, like I said, I'm treating this like my coach's corner right now. That's all, man. Getting everybody involved. But definitely wanted to get. Hey, Joan, you the DJ, right? You need to get this together. But this ain't working. But I want to figure out a way to help and enlighten other programs, people that's tuning in. What are three things for you that will make Weequahic have a good season?
For us, basically just.
Can't count the Soul Bowl. We already know what that's going to be.
Nah. That's ours every year. But one, to start off, just having a better season than last year. Like that's the main goal. You always want to be a better version of yourself from yesterday. As a person, that's what you want to do, and as a player, as a coach, you take those off season to sharpen up your tools, and prepare for the next year. So that's our first thing. Just being better than what we was last year. Two, sending our kids to school. besides sending our kids to school, / for number 2, changing the narrative of Weequahic High School, I feel like that is a big success for us, changing that narrative for what we've been known for. And, when you bring up our program and what's been said. So, yeah, basically what people say about it. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is just winning it all, man. Like I was in the seat before when I was actually able to win it all. I didn't play 14 games when I played. It was only 12. So experiencing that feeling, knowing what that feeling feel like, and knowing how that gave me an extra push to do better in the classroom so I can experience that at the next level is definitely something that I want to instill in a couple of my seniors and juniors and even freshmen and sophomores, so they could take that and use that for years and years to come.
Because I know Weequahic got close. Shady junior year, I believe, y'all made it to, what was that? Won the championship, and we went to the semis, right? Right. So 14-0 got to be it. That might put y'all as the best Weequahic team ever. They'll probably argue that, but you might be the best Weequahic team in my book, all right? Let's see where we want to go next. June, you got something or no? I'm going to ask one more question, then I'm going to get Coach Monge up here. I'm doing great on time. So here we go. The next question is, what do the coaches think of the transfer rule, I guess? That's an interesting one right there. What do the coaches think of the transfer rule? All right, I'll speak on it. I mean, I don't know. The transfer rule is interesting. I think the rule is set up where the kids get one penalty fee transfer, right? That's when they're a sophomore, up until their sophomore season. So the transfer rule to me forces parents to kind of actually do your due diligence, do your homework. Check the schools out, man. Meet the coaches, meet the administrators, because they matter too. You got to know what type of time that they on. Go around the program when they have an athletic activity, so you can see whether you like your kid to be around that type of atmosphere or not. I think if I'm speaking for a lot of the programs in our county, a lot of people, like how CJ said, it's a stigma on what people think about Weequahic. I think it's a stigma on what people think about Essex County football, right? And so I want a lot of people to kind of start visiting the football programs, not just listening to we'll call them street agents, right? That's telling them guys that we need to go check out other locations. Before you go somewhere else, man, try and check out where it is. You live there anyway. And that's one of my things that I used to say when I was coaching at Shabazz and coaching at West Orange the same way. Like, listen, man, then when I was at East Orange, like, you live here anyway. You gotta sleep here every night. So you gotta sleep here, you might as well eat here, right? So that's just one of the things that I did preach. So, I mean, the transfer rule, I like it. I actually kind of wish it was a little more fierce, honestly. I'd rather you had this kid sit for a whole year. And I know some people might think that that's a little harsh, but again, there's decisions that need to be made. Like right now in college football, no one's sitting. Everybody's jumping around, and because everybody's jumping around, it's hard to get you a home. But if anybody knows how that college football was in the past, where you had to sit a whole year or play down, that made you think twice about your decision. And you also had to learn how to persevere through some things that probably wasn't working in your favor. So that's my thoughts on the coach's rule, on that transfer rule. What you got, Joe?
Last year, towards the end of the season, there was a lot of coaches complaining about, transfers, and, as we saw last season, a couple of coaches went on the press complaining about certain schools, about transferring, they got extra kids. It is here, people. Like, it's this the era we living in. It's the era we living in. Yeah.
No structure, like what you got with the whole NIL deal thing too. No structure causes chaos. So you gotta have structure. And again, a lot of people do not look into the programs that they're next to because of basically, I go here. If I don't like it, I just transfer out and I go there. Now, you find certain kids, they done messed around and made the wrong decision, and then they find themselves in this position where they can't play. Well, if you're not playing, how you gonna get filmed? So now, again, forcing them to think about what program, not just because I play for, I'm always use my own brand, the DM Monstars. If I use another name, I won't be allowed on any part. But, it's just one of those things where you wanna make sure that you're doing your due diligence. So yes, transfers does happen. Listen, Some people benefit from them, some people don't. I get it. And sometimes you got to ask yourself why a person is transferring. But it's just one of those things that in the transfer process, the rule needs to find a way to force parents to just, again, do your homework. Not doing your homework will cause you to make a bad decision. And some guys make very bad decisions. I know one kid, I shall not say his name, but then transferred to like maybe 2 or 3 schools. Now you got to sit, and you sit in somewhere where you might not even play. So how does that help you get to, like my coach has said before, the goal of playing on the next level, the goal of continuing on the next level? Like you gotta play in order to get to that next level, you know what I'm trying to say? So that's all I gotta say. Martin Singh, let's get you in here from Verona. And I see Bodie Mazzano is in the building, man. That's one of my faves, y'all. So, you know, Bodie spent a lot of time here at Center Court working out with our football academy here. You know, we're trying to grow some really, like I said, some really good things here in the county. And I got to thank Mr. Mons for opening the doors for me to get into this company here at Center Court, just allowing to trust me and my vision to help him and his vision, not just, again, with the Verona thing, but here at Center Court, you know. Like, again, I put that on live right there. You know, you're my guy. But, Joan, I'm going to let you go ahead and ask the first question. These guys are going to mess with me.
Once again, we want to welcome Verona, man, to the building. Coach Marge, had the opportunity to meet you a couple of years ago, you know, when I believe you was coaching at Glen Ridge at that time, and, you know, start following the show, and he was a big supporter of the show. And, you know, now I'm stepping in this place that he introduced me, that he said you introduced him to. Yeah, the car. Beautiful place, man. So thank you for having us here tonight, man. Off the Top Sports, definitely one of our biggest supporters. But you know, I know you a little late because you're getting ready for your week 0. Y'all start early. I think y'all one of the first teams to get it going on Wednesday, right? Thursday. Okay, Thursday. Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. So, yeah, Orange Thursday too. Week 0. So, tell me, man, what it's looking like? What are you doing to prep for this first game to get this to start 1-0, man?
Well, I apologize. I'm fashionably late, but we were at practice. You know, that's why I'm wearing the hoodie like this. We came straight from practice, come over here. Just preparing for the, you know, week 0 game, you know, game by game. That's how we take it. I think that, you know, St. Mary's for us is an unknown. We don't know exactly what they have. They only have 1 scrimmage. You know, look at the film. They graduate. They transfer people in. Back to the transfer thing. They get, you know, people from all over, from Paramus Catholic, from, you know, St. Joe's, Bosco, Bergen, the guys, you know, come there. So they recruit. So we really don't know what they have, the unknown. We don't know who's going to be there week 0 on the field and who's not, from who they brought in. But we're just going to go out there and prepare for a fight. That's it.
Bodie. So I came to the field last year. They had Connor Damasi, the Player of the Week award. And the first person coach brought up was you. How unselfish of a player you are. Like you one of the players that would stop at the goal line, you know, and you know let one of your guys punch the ball in, and that's, you know, that showed great leadership too. You know, so just tell me, man, what are y'all doing? Like actually, like how you the guy now, you one of the leaders, and how you leading your team this year to this 2025 season.
Yeah, I think I had last season I was captain, so I kind of had like, you know, some wiggle room being a junior captain and older guys to look up to. But kind of broken the shoes this year. Now it's like all my guys, the senior class, we're pretty intense. So we're making it happen, and I'm kind of leading my other captains through this whole season. And I'm so excited. So.
Coach Mons, how different, now this is your second year coming up, and Verona has a very big tradition on football up there. So now my question is, what is the difference between this year's team and last year's team?
Well, last year's team, and no knock, they paved the way to where we are right now. I think that, you know, this year's team, the culture changed. We were 3-8 the year before I got there, 3-8 and 2-8 before I got there. Then we went to 7-4 record. You know, it's just changing the culture, getting the players to believe, to understand what we're doing in the program, having administration to understand what we're doing and how we're doing things too as well. But the players, I'm not going to use the word buy-in, they bought in. No, our players actually believe. You know, they trust, they believe in the process, understand what we're doing from the weight room to being on and off the field. Some practices go a little bit over sometimes because they don't want to leave. You know, they want to do more film, they want to do more lifts, they want to do more things. So it's like this year versus last year. It's not going into an unknown, me not knowing who's who. They know who I am, I know who they are, they know what's expected. They understand the basic philosophy of all the coaches. And we brought some, this year we brought in 2 powerful coaches on top of our staff now. We got Coach Carlton Agadasi and Keith Lumpkin. So we brought, two powerful coaches in there to help out the program. We got more numbers, the numbers went up, and we had to do more things.
Bodie, what did you do in the off season, right? Get yourself ready. I mean, you said you was pretty good last year, but I want to know what's gonna be the difference between you being pretty good and being really good this year?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to just shout you out because I'm here, but I was at center court. I mean, I was working here, I was training here, so I mean, I would say center court because I've always lifted. My older brother Jake, he taught me how to lift from a young age, so I loved lifting. But this year, I think taking the next level from lifting and football training a ton on top of it really helped me, get to the next level.
All right, Bodie, we know about you. We know about a couple more players. But tell me another player that we should be looking out for this year for the Verona.
We got a lot of guys. I'd say Jaden Nigro, though, because, I mean, for the past 4 years, I've been playing with him, starting with him. And he's flashy. You're gonna know when he's playing because he's gonna make some big ones, big plays.
I'm looking at the screen. Run that back. You got a video up here? So I'm looking at the screen. That's you? Oh yeah. So now, Mons, I'm guessing a lot of this it's got to be your swag here, right? How did you get these guys to kind of I don't know, jump into the terror dome in your brain? How'd you get them to move like this here, man? Or has this always been them and you just they changing you? What's going on here?
Honestly, they may be better. But I honestly, let me pay homage to the Glen Ridge team when I was there first. Welcome me in, get me going, everything like that. Guys like Zach Konitsky, Brad Foster, those guys from back then, Jake Russell, learning and understanding me and how to change, everything like that, and understand how to be a coach coming from Don Bosco, St. Joe's, that mentality coming down. These guys believed, they pushed, they did the things they did. Hats off to them. It was the one game last year that it was neck and neck. It was like a Ali Frazier. It was everything you wanted in a fight. It was a great game. These guys came out, pushed. So it's like having that mentality. These guys seeing it, because lock the gates is real. So they understand what lock the gates are. They locked the gate back on me, which is funny. I had no key to get out. But at the end of the day, Coach Strum did a great job, over there. And it's like, you look at that and how you change the programs to continue to carry things. It's just like, coaches in the fraternity, that what we do and how we do things. But guys like Bodie and them from last year, getting them going and understanding what we have to do to get better, understanding that our coaching staff, our different identities and what we have going out there, they just fell right in love. Like we started lifting on January 2nd, they didn't miss a weight room. And then the GPA, I think that was the biggest thing. Our GPA, team GPA, 3.4 across the board. If you don't got the GPA 3.4, get out of the weight room. Because I don't want a college to come in saying, I can't take this guy because of their grades. We want you to take these guys because of the grades. So the very first thing we do is GPA. I'm in the classrooms. I walk in the classroom. I go in the buildings all the time, so I do a whole lot of things. And I think it's more hands-on with the team and the players.
So I just wanted to go over the schedule real quick, right? Of course, like I mentioned to every team that came up here, the focus is week 0, St. Mary's in the Mountain Air Classic, kicking off the Mountain Air Classic, right? Any other games you're looking forward to in this schedule later down the line?
I'm not gonna lie, all of them. I mean, dude, I want to play better in every game. I think our team as well in every game. As last year, starters get out for the first half. Play the first half, let the backups go in, and not put too much toll on your body towards the end of the season. So finish games for sure. And I don't know. I'm seeing CG. They're looking at me on the schedule right now. Got Glen Ridge. I got to get you guys. Come on, let's go. So yeah.
Again, I love the energy right there. Now, here's the next goal I got for you. Question I got for you, Bodie. What's your plans for after high school, man?
Right now, I'm just trying to play ball, for sure. I mean, I don't know where it's gonna be, but I'm gonna have a great time, for sure. Yeah.
Next thing is, do you think is anything that either the DM brand, the center court brand, or I guess even Coach Monge's brand, do you think you need us to do anything? And if you do, let us know. All right, we're here for you, whatever you need. And again, that goes for pretty much everybody sitting here. All right, if you need something out of the DM brand, center court brand, I guess you guys can piggyback a little bit from the Monge brand. Definitely, like, hit us up. No brand, yeah, okay. You're trying to buy a house? We want to do that. Okay, there we go. But again, like I said, I thank you guys for coming up, man. You got a really good season coming up. And you got a really good team. A lot of guys like Dino putting in some hard work. You know, a lot of guys that I know you guys are gonna do pretty well. Me, DM, off the top, we're gonna definitely be in the building. June, you got other questions? Are you okay? Okay. You know, again, we'll be in the building to go check you guys out. 28th, I guess I could probably make the 28th. I don't know. Rutgers opens up, baby. Got the chop. I gotta go to Ohio. I gotta see Rutgers at Ohio, man. And I gotta play. I'm gonna see what he can do, man. I'll see what I can do. Hey, listen, when you retire, you can go where you wanna go. So I'm enjoying that. None of you guys, y'all don't need to do that.
Can I ask a question though? Sure. I do gotta ask a question though. Is Off the Top Sports Radio gonna cover girls flag football this year? I mean, because honestly, like right in here inside center court, what we do, we got the girls' flag rolling, and you know, I know we got Coach Mark for his team Central, you know, great team over there. Yeah, over there, yeah, yep, East Orange flag. So, you know, I'll be the first time ever coach at Mount St. Dominic. So, you know, it's gonna be something special. So I think you guys can go in that area, not to take over the show and go anywhere else, but you know, I'm just throwing it out there because you know, I don't know if anybody brought that up. Okay. Because listen, I'll be honest with you, I know you guys can cover, if we do a 7-on-7 scrimmage in here before the season begins, I'm sure we can get something going on in here. And that's this county tournament or something like that. It makes them happy. You guys can support us. You know, and by the way, center court now, flag football and football is sponsored by Body Armor. I had to shoot that one out there.
Actually, we definitely gonna cover that. My daughter actually paid for Coach Monge, so and you know, it's a must. I gotta do it this year. So and it's good feedback from it for the past couple of years. You know, now that they taking it to the Olympics now, of course, we gotta start covering girls flag football for sure. So, and the success that the teams like Newark Central, who has been ranked on top of the state, for girls flag football, and you know, there's a lot of teams in the county. Irvington has been good the past couple of years. West Orange was good this year. It's like girls flag football. So it's only right we have to start covering girls flag football. So and it's during the spring too. So it's not really because it's more it kicks off after basketball season, right? So it's nothing really to talk about in high school, you know.
Also here at Center Court, we do have a lot of stuff going for girls that are playing, that want to continue their game, right? So if the season's not live right now, you want to get yourself ready. They have training for the girls here to be a part of that to help with their improvement in their game. Again, we also have intramural type of thing happening in Center Court for girls flag football. So again, please, like I said before and over again, tap into what we're doing here at Center Court Club of Sports. We have something that would help you program grow in a major way, and help your child grow in a major way. Joan, here you go.
I do got to close. I got to ask a question with Bodie, you know, just right here. What is your overall personal goal for yourself? That's what I would like to know. I know you put the team first always, but I want everybody to know what your personal goal is because I don't even know. So let's go. Yeah.
That's a tough one. I wanna play great. You know what I mean? Like I wanna make plays that I couldn't last year. You know, I had obviously like some good running, like good rushing yards and stuff, but I want to be able to break out of tackles, score some touchdowns, have some fun doing it. So yeah. Can he help you do that this year? For sure, for sure.
That's what we need, touchdowns. Remember we used to look at Bodie's stats and we like, where the touchdowns at? Then I come talk to him, he like, man, you always get stopped at the one or
Breakout speed.
Listen, you know, we added a couple of things to Bodie's repertoire. You know, as you was, Bodie's a truck. Okay, he goes straight fast. Okay, but getting in the DM, you know, we made Bodie, you know, had to go right and left a little bit. You know, put a little WD-40 on that body so he can wiggle a little bit. So you know, again, you guys are gonna see a really good kid there. You're gonna see. I'm telling you, a really good team, man. Like I said, those guys put some time into the program. They came out here, put some time in, and I'm almost willing to bet money. The guys that came here the most, you're gonna see their programs go the furthest. So I'm just gonna put this out there. If you are in Essex County and you are not benefiting fully from this program, I mean, please start tapping in. Center Court is a major brand and a major business trying to help you in a major way. Okay, and you got something? Hold on.
No, Coach Mon's he was always like, get in center court. I'm telling you, DM knows what he's doing. At first I was like, Coach, we're going in weight room before school, and now you want me to go center court after school and do all that. And I was like, that seems rough. So I let a few months go by, and then I got in here for the first time. I was like, this is the real deal. I got on the field for the first OTA practice. I was like, damn, I'm moving. What's going on here? My running back coach, Coach Crawford, I don't see him, you know, he's like real, he doesn't say a lot, but he's like, what are you doing this offseason? he's asking questions, so that's it.
I'm telling you, I'm happy I could do that for you, man. That's the goal. Help you guys improve. Like I said, it's a couple of guys. Again, we will be doing stuff during the season. You are correct. I don't want to make sure I miss out on that we're going to have our active recovery program for, again, our high school guys to come in on Sunday morning. That probably have a rigorous Friday night or Saturday afternoon game. You can come in, we'll have some yoga. We're going to have a little bit of a lift going, not a heavy lift, but a light lift just to keep the blood going, get the blood moving. Then we'll go into some stretching and stuff like that, because we just want to, again, we want to help these guys understand that recovery is a major part of their game, as well as the strength building and everything else, you know. So definitely, again, like I said, follow the DM football page and the brand, follow the Center Court page and brand. You'll see a lot of these activities jumping out at you. Any young men that's looking for an opportunity to, how can I say, improve their game, but then there's maybe an issue, reach out to DM, okay? We're gonna make sure that we have ways to get guys in here where it don't cost parents as much, but it's gonna cost you some time, sweat equity, all right? So that's just one of the things that we definitely wanna put out there. Mons, thank you, appreciate you coming in. It's always a show when I got you here. You know, you can let everybody know that the ESPN, I'm at the event.
I said the 3 words. You know what 3 words is, bro.
I'm not even talking about something. I'm not talking about it. Bodie, he's got you talking some stuff where we're tagging and bagging, huh? Oh, Lord. Yeah, the DM experience is a heck of a thing going on in this world. But again, you know, Joan, I'm going to give you the show again. Thank you for having me on the show. We thank you for coming out to Center Court and, you know, using our facility again, man. We're just trying to put it on the map. We want everyone in the state to understand that this is just one of our 6 facilities. So we will have stuff like this happen in all of our facilities. You know, we just got to make sure the people outside understand that. So again, from the guys up top to you, man, we want to thank you for coming and using our facility.
Man, thank you for opening your doors for Off the Top Sports, man. Like I said, when I stepped in here on Wednesday, right? Wednesday night. Thank you for owning football, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. But yeah, man, no, when I stepped in here, I believe it was Wednesday I came in here, Tuesday night? Wednesday night, because I do the show on Tuesday. And I was just amazed, bro, what I stepped into. Definitely a great facility. People, look, this is I'm telling you, you just see this background right here, right now. You really got to walk in this building to see what I'm talking about and what we raving about here. And some of these coaches in Essex County just in it tonight. So once again, DM, appreciate you. This is the first and not the last. I'm gonna say that now. It's the first and this is not the last. We're gonna do so many things here. Yes. Sure, we might need to do more live show because I love the look right now. I'm looking at it on my phone, man. This looks beautiful, man. I'm gonna fix the mics, but we're gonna get some fixed mics. But definitely, we gotta do more shows here. I know last year we put a plan together, but we're gonna do it this year, the end of the year.
Yes.
All
All
county.
County.
Show here. We'll bring yes.
Picture for them.
Yes.
Post it online. So what he's talking about is, again, we're talking about our all county selections that we had with Off the Top Sports next year. When we finish, we want to probably get to that as quick as we can, probably somewhere around December. Getting everybody in here with their uniforms, taking the pictures of them and everything, man, just saluting them for the work that they've done. And again, like I said, if anything that we can do to kind of put you guys in a position where you'll be successful, just let us know, reach out to us. You know, we're going to be doing a lot of things. Also, I know guys from Off the Top was looking for some sports interns, any cameramen, guys like that want to come on the staff and get to some of the games, because, you know, we can't get to all of them. So, you know, we get some help on that. That'd be perfect. Coaches, you know, that's tuned in. Make sure you get us the information as quick as the game is over. Some things don't get reported on NJ.com. We don't want to slight nobody when it comes to those end of the year rankings or our week-to-week rankings, right? Again, we're doing Perfect Mix, right? Perfect Mix is going to be sponsoring Coach of the Week. So, you know, you might not get it. We won't get all of the right results that we need. So, again, we just want to make sure it's a team effort, man. We want to make sure that everybody understands that as long as we work together, strength in numbers, and then we can do really big things. And Essex County, I feel like, is, like he said, the mecca. It's the mecca of all talent in high school football. You go to any big school in the state, all of those top-ranking state schools, it's an Essex County kid out there tearing it up. Trust and believe that. So I want you guys to make sure we start honing in on what this county has. Again, like I said, parents, uncles, aunts, go to the games to support. It helps in a major way to see you in the stands. I appreciate you. I know they appreciate you. You know, please, like I said, I don't know. I think we had a good show today.
Yes,
you know, I think the numbers was pretty well. I thank all of the coaches that was represented today. We had Orange, Verona, East Orange, Glen Ridge, Central, Weekway. Did I miss anybody? Bloomfield. Okay. You know, I know some other guys that reached out to me. They said they was gonna be able to make it. Somebody came up. It's okay. I know everybody's down in on this big week. Week 0. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got some must-see games I gotta go see, John. I mean, ain't nobody here, man. We could talk a little bit, you know. So I'm thinking, you know, like must-see games, man. You got Shabazz versus West Orange. That's gonna be interesting, you know. New coach Nasir Gaines taking over that program for Coach Oliver. Shout out to Coach Oliver on getting that job at Penn State. So, you know, moving on to big things, and then Big Body comes right in, you know, and he takes on, you know, gotcha, boys, appreciate you. Hey, take one of those if you want. So you already know, man, I know that's a big game coming up for Nas, you know, coming from the Little League ranks, you know, and winning a natty on the Little Leagues. Then obviously he had won a couple of state championships under Coach Oliver, right? Got some new coaches in there. Coach Dotson from Snyder's over there right now. Coach Matt Hewitt, Rutgers, is in the building right now. So looking to see some big things out of that camp. Like I said, that's a big must-see game for me to kick off the season. And let's see, Verona and Central. That was a good one last year. Mark dropped to them. All right, man. Mark dropped to them. That's going to be a good one. I think that, you know, that's going to be a must-see TV. Want to see what CEDAR Grove.
We have a bunch of teams in here that's going to be playing each other.
Right.
Especially the Verona and Glen Ridge rivalry. You know, because Coach Miles used to coach at Glen Ridge, and now Strong has come in there and definitely picked up you know, the success from the year before, and you know they got them guys playing hard. So, and you see, Bodie just said it. That's the game. That's all of them. But I think it's that game. He mentioned that. Yeah, got to get you. So, that's a game I might have circle on my schedule this year on my calendar. I mean, to attend. Cause I heard actually it was crazy. Last year I left one game and another coach called me. I ain't gonna say the coach's name, and he was at that game. He was like, "Yo, June, this game, they was hitting. You could tell was tension between both teams. It was like this was one of the game of the year. So I know it's going to be the same type of game this year. So I'll definitely have my eye on that. Of course, Shabazz, Weekway, the rivalry, you know, that don't need we don't need to hype that up than what it is already. So that's another game. I mentioned East Orange and Orange. You know, Caldwell, Cedar Grove. Good matchup. Good matchup. I definitely want to see Caldwell. This year, led by Nick, Manion. Huh? No, not not that Nick, but the other is another Nick on that team. Linebacker, outside linebacker, and Elvis. That's gonna be the leaders on that team. But they got a young sophomore by the name of Adam Seppi. That's gonna be tough this year. Actually, met a couple of his family members when I went to the Cedar Grove and Caldwell game last year, and they told me this kid was tough. And I actually sat there and watched the whole game. I'm like, yo, Coach Romano got a dog at that position for years to come. And like I mentioned, he's only a sophomore. So definitely that would be one of the games to look out for this year too. So we got a couple of games circled on our schedule. Definitely we'll have game of the week on our board, on our page for sure. So we'll definitely be in the building for that. Yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward for this season. It's here, y'all. Football is here. It's here. We got a little taste of college football yesterday, a little taste of college football yesterday, and high school is kicking off this week in Jersey. It kicked off in a couple of places already across the country these past couple of weeks. So, look, man, I'm just ready. I'm just ready to attend some high school games, and see what the talent we working here in Essex County for sure. I know we're doing this show right now. I got to call them out. I call these people out as we speak, right? But I know I'm gonna get some heat after this show when it's definitely Union County want OffTheTopSports to cover, right? And I just tell Union County, just meet me in the middle. I need, like, when I say meet me, I just saw Coach Grant, the other Grant. Congratulations to him at Union right now, Union High School. He was just checking out the live. I just want y'all to meet me in the middle. When I say meet me in the middle, connect me with some people out there that know the Union County football, and I'll definitely get something going. I want to get in Union County for sure. I definitely want to spread our brand out there to other counties. But, I'm going to go rock with the county that I know. You see, I know all these guys from, being around and going to the games, attending the games. So that's why I'm going to go with the county that I know. So, yeah, Essex County, I'm sticking with Essex County, but Union County, y'all want some coverage? Meet me at the middle, man. Help me. Help.
Like we talked about, man, we're getting some good games going on. Irvington got a serious schedule. Irvington got I think I seen PCTI on the schedule. I think I seen Seton Hall on the schedule, man. So it's gonna be some good football played in the county. Shout out to West Essex, new coach, Columbia new coach. Wish you the best luck this season. Again, if you need anything from Off the Top, anything from DM, reach out to us. Barringer, new coach with my coach Markells. Shout out to you. To all of those new coaches, man. We just take it one game at a time. That was the theme. Seemed like from everybody here that pulled up was just taking it one game at a time, making sure that you're doing what you got to do. Make sure you put the program first. And again, like I said, I don't know what you think. You're good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just happy that we finished in a good timing too. Everything was done at 7 o'clock. It was great timing. That's what I was saying, DM. We might go to 8:30, but now we gonna be leaving out of here way before that time, man. So, yeah, man. Hey, he was over here like, let's go. That's it. All right, let's go. We got other guys here that need to get up here, and that's what we did, man. So for sure. And for the coaches that couldn't make it tonight, look, I know it was short notice, but next year we're gonna have it. We're gonna have it bigger and better. Next year, yes, we're gonna definitely. The Sunday before week 0, definitely put the notice out there to all the coaches, and I'll have all the coaches' numbers because that's what we struggle with. I was struggling with to get all the coaches' numbers. I was contacting people through social media, but I know to get all the coaches' numbers. So that's what we're gonna do next year. And this Senate Court, because we're gonna have it again here next year. Trust me, for sure. We ain't going virtually no more because I see the view. And thanks a lot to my guy that's in the background, BJ, Sand Sports Multimedia Network, for hosting us. You know, I've been getting his nerve all day. He's gonna curse me out some more when I get off this live. But we appreciate you in the comments already. We appreciate you, everything you do. I know I put a little gray hairs on your head, but it's all right, man. Love you like a brother, man. So definitely, man. So once again, look, follow our page if you're new to what we do off the Top Sports Radio. We look every day. We have coverage on high school football during the season. When we talk about player of the week, top 10, just adding coach of the week. So definitely follow Off the Top at Off the Top Sports Radio on IG, Off the Top Sports Radio on Facebook. We also have TikTok, Off the Top Sports Radio. So definitely follow us on all those platforms and watch the show. We live every Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Give me out that best sports show on Internet Radio today. Yes, yours truly, Off the Top Sports Radio on H-Squad Rubber Radio. So definitely tune into that for sure. Damn, you got anything else? I think I'm done. Yeah, okay. So once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to our Essex County High School football preview show. And look, let's have a great football season. I know it's always a great season ahead of us. So definitely good luck to all the teams that's out there that's getting ready for week 0 and well for the season. And let's get it, man. Let's get some more championships in the county. I believe we had 3 last year. Let's get 3 more and shoot 4 or 5 more. Yeah. Just so definitely. Good luck to everybody. Good night. Deuces.